Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first video tutorial for the Snow Trip Planner. This emulator is an emulator of the Nexus One Android device. If we go into our applications, go to the Snow Trip Planner and start it. We get prompted to the main menu. The application will be somehow slow on the emulator, but on your device it will be much more faster. So this is the main view. First thing to do to set up the application is to go to the menu and to the settings dialog, on which the data refresh period can be set. This minute value means the time delay on which the information about resorts gets refreshed. The service provider remains the same for testing purposes, and the first thing to set up is the username. I will use my username for these testing purposes. Okay, the last setting is to set the risk level, the danger level for the bulletins always to 3, because in this summer period you will not have the possibility to get those bulletins, so I will set it as active. Okay, now our settings are saved. We can start to use the application. First thing to do, we can go through all resorts, so let's try. The application fetches the data for all resorts and gets immediately feedback on the right side. You will see on the current weather conditions. Those conditions get refreshed when there are changes, and we can scroll from down to all resorts. If we reach number 10 resorts, the entire environment gets refreshed. You see that the bar scrolls up. Okay, the checkbox on the left side means the membership of that resort to the favorite group. So if I add it, I add Allaga, for example, and then via the menu, that's the filter menu, I say okay, show me only the favorites. The application refreshes and shows me only Allaga. Okay, we can go to the click menu. If we click on the entry, a menu is prompted. We can go to get more information. We will reach the resort's website. We can go to the web slope map, which shows us a slope map of the resorts provided by the website. We can get to the directions, which brings us to a mini navigation tool, or we can see the stored slopes on the device for that resort. I will skip the parts of going online because they're very simple. So now let's see the directions. I click on directions and I will be prompted with this this map view, which shows me this because I'm on the emulator. So I have to set up my position via emulating the GPS system. Just 1 second that I set it up, and you will see how it works. If I copy, okay, let's go here. Okay, now the GPS is set up. You can see the symbol here. I redo the action, go to directions. Now the map will calculate the new directions. I set up my position to be on the Ploes Mountain, so from the Ploes Mountain to the Allaga position. These calculations take some time. You know, it has to calculate your route. So we will just wait this time. Okay, the application got the route. Here we can see our position because we are on the mountain, and the next possible street is here. If we move, we see that the track is shown. and how to reach Alge. Okay, let's go back. Next things that we could do is go to the stored slopes, but we will see it afterwards. Okay, let's go back. Here we have the favorites button, which brings us to the same dialog as before, just started by filtering for the favorites. Now we have the possibility to record a track. We can click on it and the application prompts for recording a track or not. We will just skip that because I would have to emulate it with a GPS, and that's too much effort for doing by now. We will do it in simultaneously with the risk factor calculation. But we can see previous tracks. I can go on the list tracks. Here we have the local list or the web list. If I click on the web list, the list gets refreshed, shows me those tracks that I uploaded. You can see it 2 days before now. If I click on it, I can see it or remove it because I'm the owner. If I click view, the application fetches the data and shows us the map on the emulator. You just have to wait that the map gets load. Here we see you will get the current status from 1.2 part was 2000 meters and the speed we had this time. You will see the track, the starting point and the succeeding points. Okay. Now we have seen the track, how to see it. Let's go back again. Here we have the list of the slopes. A list of the slopes works as the track management. We have the local list, we have the web list. Here we have 2 slopes that I previously created. We can try to download one, but I would like to show you how to create one by yourself. We go on the local list, push the menu, say OK, add one. The application brings us to the map, brings us to the prompt where we have to select our starting location. I will say OK, test tutorial. Okay, now we select our starting position. Here we can see a prompt, missing service station, traffic information for our Alge favorite. Here we have L'Aquila Teramo. Okay, let's say we are on the Alge. Choose Alge. Okay. Now we get prompted to the map locating near Alge. We just have to wait that the map gets loaded. As said, on your device it will be very much more faster than on my emulator. We can zoom in and we can create our slope. Surely here near Alge, okay, now there's no snow, but we can try to create one. Let's see, here there's a hill. Okay, let's zoom as much as possible. Okay, let's start. We say our position is here, our start position. Now we have to set our end position. Let's say it is here. Set the position. Now we can choose to set our middle points. Let's say that here is one. Set position. And let's say that here is one. Set position. We are basically done. We say end. The slope gets stored and brings us to the list of 4 points which we can edit, move, delete as usual. We can go back. The list of this local list will be refreshed. We see our slope is here. By clicking on it, we can see it, review it, edit their name, the resort. We can upload it to the web, we can remove it, or we can go to the risk factor calculation.